trading feature and 300 plus indicators. You can now trade directly.
What's going on, E? Adrian, what's up? What's up, Darian? Yeah, appreciate you guys hopping on. Go ahead and get started here in just a minute. We end up catching a decent sell, a decent quick buy last night. Went just under a 1 to 2 risk to reward for that setup that we called on stream. During the New York session, we actually took a small loss looking for a sale, but I am looking for another sale tonight. What's going on, Grace? Someone said I made $2,000 from that buy last night. That's what's up. Yeah, I'm glad you guys were able to take advantage of that move. I know it was a quick one, but we did catch a decent trade last night. But yeah, guys, besides that, we get started here on gold. Let me see, somebody said. Zoli, what's going on? What up, Tony? So yeah, like I said, yesterday, we did catch a quick buy on gold, but we ended up seeing just more sell side step in here. So we were able to catch a nice reaction from it, and that's the main thing too. When we trade on these higher time frames, a lot of times we may still be able to get that base hit out of it, even if it's not the true direction. So right now, what's up, Lewis? Right now, based off that higher time frame, we did end up shifting back to the downside. So as we can see, strong bearish push, ran out multiple lows here to the left. Also printed sell side imbalances. So what we're looking for during New York session was just a retest and continuation, but we did pull back a little bit further. So tonight, what I'm looking for would be a run of buy side liquidity. So right now, that's going to be above on the futures chart, 3,339.9. I'm looking for that to get taken today as liquidity. Once we can run that high, I'll be looking for a transition to go back bearish. Now we can see on the 1 hour time frame, we are starting to form like that bullish quasi here as well. So there's still that chance that we may see price action want to continue higher. But if we can maintain, I'll definitely be looking for lower prices here on gold until price shows us otherwise on the higher time frame. So yeah, that's what I got tonight, guys. So just going to be patiently waiting, seeing if we get that liquidity grab and kind of go from there. What's up, Grant, LB, Mike? What's up, Eric? What's up, Tyler? Yeah, just looking for some gold shorts tonight. Seeing what we can get tonight, guys. Not gonna force anything. We did have more like a back and forth from what we seen earlier, so we had a nice drop come from London, into leading into New York, but New York more so started to take profit and didn't want to get continuation. So we'll see if we get that continuation out of Asia. We also didn't run out buy side liquidity um, from the London lunch as well. So that may be another area that we end up impulsing into to run as liquidity before we see that trade back to the downside tonight. New money, what's going on? So Jacob said, how is gold in gold market in Asia session? Gold is really good in Asia session. You won't get a setup every night, but I would say at least 2 to 3 nights out the week, you'll catch a really nice setup on gold. I would say out of gold in New York, just in 2025, I made a lot more in Asia session than I have in New York. So that may go to show you something. But it could also be, just my style of trading works a little bit better in Asia, seeing that liquidity grab, getting those confirmations plays out a lot better. Yeah, if you guys enjoyed the live, make sure you share it for me. So yeah, we've been definitely doing pretty good during Asia. Excited to see how the rest of the year kind of plays out though, because we are heading into them summer months, and those are definitely not the cleanest time or the best time to be trading. TG, what up, bro? Not too much, man. Trying to smack gold tonight. What's What's going on, Lex? Looking for some shorts, looking for some sales, hopefully. Yeah, guys. So, like I said, I'm just waiting on that run above 3,339.9. If we can get a run of that high, then we can start looking to see if we get a reaction for the shorts. What we could also see is that price action just kind of hold here. We did form a 1 hour bearish engulfing, so we may see price action just respect that, start to trade lower here. Got about 30 minutes left into that H1 closure though. What's up, Dom? Lee. Someone said $200 made from gold last night. That's what's up, man. Yeah, we definitely that was a good one on stream, I would say. Probably one of the better trades that we caught like on stream. Because a lot of times what happened is like I'll be on stream and I'll mostly be analyzing, and then when I hop off stream, that's when I end up getting in a trade, and then I'll send it in the Discord. So it's like sometimes I don't get to call it live. So that was dope last night. We caught a nice move while we was all on the live stream. I'm glad you made some money from it, bro. What's up, Bree? What's going on, Shells? Yeah, guys. I mean, we probably won't see too much volatility kick in until probably closer to 8 o'clock, like 7:50. So not too much for us to do right now. But that's the part of trading, man. I mean, it's boring for the most part until we get our setup. It's not too much for us to do. So so yeah, London session has the volume. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, Asia session, like kind of kick off that volume around, unless it just opens up with a lot of volatility. But like 9 p.m., 10 p.m. That's usually around the time I'm taking trades. I may catch something early like 7, and then I'm usually holding it through London into New York if it's like a nice runner. But yeah, I agree with you. London definitely got some nice volatility, and then New York is like when it doesn't want to chop around, it'll move too. Yeah, I appreciate you guys tuning in, man. Zoe said, Jordan, are you still trading with Ray on live New York session? You gold and Ray Euro USD? Nope. So we are sending out our analysis every day for for the New York session with the private group. So if you need more information on that, send me a DM on Discord. I can get you more information on it. But we're not on YouTube and TikTok streams and stuff like that with the New York stream. What's up, Franco? What's going on, Dr. Jeff? Roof, what's up? What's going on, Bree? All right, guys, seeing a little bit of buy side come in, so we'll see if we start to run this high. Still kind of playing around at the moment. What's up, Riley? Riley said I was in gold long, got out like 5 minutes later, no volume right now. No, I feel that. I'm looking for shorts, but I'm looking for shorts after we run 3,339.9 on the futures chart. Yeah, definitely we had a nice sweep to the downside with that push up during New York, so I can see why you might be wanting to buy right now. Got a nice quasi form too. Got that left hip, right shoulder, back side imbalance, printed, respected. We just start moving sideways though, so now that we're back in the sideways range, just based off that M15, I need to see those highs taken, and then if we get some type of shift, we can take price right back down. Alright, so yeah, I was trying to run it up there, caught the long this AM, got a little pullback, but it's not moving right now. Yeah, for sure. No, that was a good trade though, taking that buy to the upside. We caught a nice buy last night on the stream. Today I was actually looking for a sell. We started to see a little bit of an impulse, and then price just came back. So I'm still pretty much break even for the week now. So hopefully tonight we'll catch something nice. I'm just slightly under. I think I'm like 0.6 R down right now. I would have been up close to 1 R with the trade from last night, but yeah, we end up New York smacked us for a small loss today. Okay, for sure. Yeah, we'll see if we get some sellers to step in once we run up them highs. Yeah, Riley. Yep, I trade New York and Asia. I don't always take a trade though on either session. I'm very cautious, just more so with my setup. So it's not like I take a trade every day, but yeah, I take both. Taz Maniacs said, I guess I'll wait. Are you trying to take what you looking for? You looking for buys right now or sales on gold? So some Carmenton said sometimes I find AUD setups around this time, hold them through London. Yeah, for sure. You could definitely do that. AUD USD is a good pair to trade during Asia session that you can hold throughout London and into New York. Riley, just follow. I appreciate that follow. Thanks for liking the live, guys. Thanks for sharing. Thanks for the follows. So yeah, we just waiting, man. This is the hardest part, especially if you're impatient. Just waiting on that setup to come. Gold is not moving. Yeah, guys. Let's see how much time we got. We got about 3 minutes left into that M15 closure. Like I said, we usually start seeing volatility step in closer to like 7:50, 8 o'clock. So I'm guessing that's when we'll see a little bit more kind of step in. What's up, David? Someone said check NQ for me, please. Okay, I got you. We'll take a look at NQ. I'm gonna switch my screen so you guys can see it. Riley said, how long I've been trading? This would be my 7th year trading now, or heading into my 7th year now. But 6 years completed, basically. All right, so let's check out NQ real quick. So NQ right now, from a higher time frame perspective, and you can also check, I just dropped a video with the NQ update, but what we're looking at was basically around this 22,200 level here, down to like 22,100. We were at these levels when we started out here. So we had seen price impulse take us down. We came up. I really want to see how price is going to respect at these highs. So we can see we actually end up closing very strong above those highs here to the left. So with that nice closure, I'm expecting further upside. We got a bullish continuation order block that formed here as well. So with that, I'm expecting, continuation on NQ. Based off of just this H8, we did pull back into that Asia's high, retested, starting to see price respected here a little bit. 3-hour time frame, we can see we did have a buy side imbalance form right in here that price is testing into now. 1-hour time frame, we have bearish order block, but of course we'll still be looking for further upside. What I would wait for personally would be a run of liquidity. So run of sell side liquidity back under 22,384.50. Get this run here, and then look for some type of transition to take prices higher, potentially back into that previous day's high. We also got a pocket of imbalance here on that 1 hour too. So in case we dive deeper, this will be another area. Watch price rebalance. Stab back into this level. We see some type of transition from that, and taking price up. Main objective being that previous day's high here. Now we could see price action just close above this high to the left, and then we see price retest, and then just get continuation from there. So he said, "Oh, by the grace of God, top step glitched and didn't take my profits." Okay. But yeah, definitely NQ to the upside. Price as a whole. All right, guys, we're getting a little bit closer to running out that liquidity here. So we'll see. We'll see what we get. So Taz said it hasn't even broke the 15-minute orb. What we talking about NQ? John, what's up? Yeah, definitely. Yeah, nothing to do when price is moving sideways. We just wait. Slowly but surely seeing a little bit of buyers right here. thinking if we catch a decent short, I'm thinking we could at least take it back down to around 3,300. At least back to that previous day's low will be our target here on gold or GC. Would be ideal. So previous day's low is at 3,308, but I think we can get to potentially maybe 3,300. We're getting close to running out that high. FA, what's going on? Joe, what's up? All right, guys. So we just hit 750, so that's probably why we're seeing a little bit more, volatility right now. Usually that 750 to 810 macro is pretty important for price action. When we see that flip of those candles, means 750 to 810, 850 to 910, that 1 hour. Once we start to see that flip, it's usually when we see most of the volatility come in. Not all the time, but you see it happen a lot for sure. What's up, Joe? All right, let's measure this, guys. Just under 10 ticks away from running liquidity here. Oh, man. What's up, Chris? Matt Trades, what's up? Someone said, how do you stop yourself from over trading? So, I mean, for me, like, I just have went through so many ups and downs in the markets that I know that it's not really realistic for me to take a setup that's just not there yet. So it's just easier for me to sit on my hands because I'm not in a rush to take a loss. You know what I mean? Because I know anytime I break my rules, it's almost a guaranteed loss 9 times out of 10. And even if I do win, it still wouldn't feel like I lost because, I didn't follow my rules. So, I mean, it's just a lot easier for me just to, follow my plan and go in and go out. The Cammy shop said, yeah, when you say it like that. Yeah, for sure. I mean, that's the thing. Like, it's easier to sit on your hands when you know it's a higher chance you're going to lose. Yeah, I got you, Cammy. If you already know you got a higher percent chance of losing, why be in a rush to lose? So if or at Trey says, is this gold? Yep, this is gold. Yep, GC. Gold futures. But I mean, gold and gold futures, the charts are exactly the same. A few little differences, but pretty much the same. Okay, cool. Yeah, so I'm looking at around above. Well, I want to see buy side liquidity taken above 3,339.9 tonight, and then I want to see if we get a reaction for a shift back bearish. So that's my focus tonight. We'll see, if gold to give that to us. What's up? All right, we got about 4 minutes left on that H1 closure. Let's see if we end up closing in that previous candle's range or more so close like a bullish engulfing. It's only a few minutes left, so we'll see. Yasmin, what's up? So it don't look like we'll get that liquidity sweep in this first hour. So we'll see how this next candle opens up. Still got about 2 minutes left. See how market reacts here. Start to see a little bit of order consumption to the top of this M15 candle. So up, Timmy? All right, guys. So we just closed that H1 candle here. We'll see how this next candle opens up. We can see this candle close within that previous candle's range. Oh, I'm sorry, we still got one more minute. One more minute till we close that. I appreciate the follow, Javi. Appreciate that. So yeah, guys, now we officially closed that H1 candle, and as we can see here, we did close within that previous bearish candle's range. So even though we closed bullish, I am expecting a bearish order block, but I do again still want to see liquidity taken above that high. If we can get that manipulation step up, come above it, transition, then of course, we can look for those shorts. We just continue to build here, close above, maintain on that H1, form like a buy side imbalance. Of course, I'm just probably going to be sitting on my hands waiting on New York, seeing if we get more sellers to step in or if we may be switching right back to the upside. So you got to be careful with gold. Gold will switch bullish, in a minute, in an instant. So we do want to be careful on that sell side. We got the confirmations of the higher time frame. So we just paying attention to see, okay, is this just a retracement for that higher time frame for the next leg down, or are we reversing back up? So that's the main focus tonight. But like I said, we're just still within like 10 pips of running that high, maybe running it shortly. Once we get that, we just got to watch for the reaction. See if we can push above it. Miguel, what's up? Yeah, I gotta say this is the most boring part, especially when it's like right around where price action is setting up for you. It's like, man, I'd rather just set an alert, take a nap, let it, tell me when it's at my POI, and then I'll just look at the market. because watching each candle build out is like watching paint dry. What's up, Danny? I mean, it's like literally right there, guys. Just needed to come up and run liquidity. So we're still like literally like 10 ticks away. So someone said, what do you use to trade? So I trade my personal account on TradeAvate, and I trade a funded account with Top One Futures, and they use the TopStep platform, or they use the same platform that they're using from TopStep. So someone said, how long did it take you to learn? I mean, to learn a strategy doesn't really take long. Like for me, I learned a strategy within maybe like 3 to 6 months when I first started trading. But to actually get good with just one single strategy, that definitely took me a long time. So I would say like year 4 is when it started to click for me, just taking one strategy and just trading it, the system all the way through to, like really year 4 heading into year 5 till I really, put all that into perspective, and letting the risk to reward play out, letting the odds play out for the system, all that good stuff. That definitely took some time. So I would say like 4 years for me. But after that, definitely start getting a little bit more easier. I mean, it doesn't just completely, like to where you just are unstoppable. But I mean, you definitely get to a point where everything starts to make a lot more sense, and you can just kind of trust your process. But that did take a while. But everybody's different too. Like your learning curve may be a little bit different than mine. You may catch on a lot quicker. You may not be as stubborn. You may, and then a lot of you guys have what we didn't have when we were, learning to trade, which is, seeing people trade and execute live. So that's a lot different. I feel like your learning curve can drastically shorten when you do have people that's trading live in front of you, because you can literally see and they can explain to you why they're entering trading into the market. So I would definitely say, if you are interested in learning, go to TGFX on YouTube, check out all the videos that we produce. Ray has been making videos for years since he created TGFX. I just hopped on the channel in 2022, 2023, start putting videos on there as well after I started getting success. But all those videos, all that information you'll see just on YouTube, that's what you're seeing me trade in the market during the live, these live streams. So I would say utilize just watching watching those videos, learning the strategy, and then coming showing up to the live stream to see how it's executed live, because that's when you pair those two together, it's going to help everything that you're learning, because you can see it in real time. So if there's anyone out there you want to learn from, if they're not trading in a live market or they're not showing examples live, I would kind of stay away from it personally if could go back and if I was brand new. So we did run out that high, guys. Just waiting to see how price shifts here. See if we shift bearish or if we maintain. So someone said, what strategy do you use? So we trade institutional concepts. So, supply and demand, liquidity, imbalances, for the most part, order blocks, order pools, institutional order pool levels, actually, to be exact, is mainly what I trade. We use London lunch liquidity as one of our confluences during New York. During the Asia stream, we use the Asia open liquidity. So that first hour of Asia, if I'm looking for a sell, in this case, I wanted to see that buy side liquidity taken, which we just got from the high created from that hour. So now that we ran that, now wait for a transition and look to take price back lower. I appreciate that follow, guys. So yeah, now we just wait on the shift. Like I said, we got a couple different POIs above us that price may want to drive its way into. Appreciate that follow, guys. Yeah, guys, so we're just waiting patiently. Right now, buyers still showing strength, so nothing for us to take advantage of just yet. What's the frame? Right now I'm on the M1 right here. So I got the liquidity grab from the Asia Open here at this high, and now I'm watching the M1. Also got an imbalance here, volume imbalance to the left. So now I'm waiting on the M1, watching to see if we start a transition here. Yeah, definitely keep it simple. Keep it simple. That's the main way, or whatever strategy you want to utilize, you want to keep it simple. It's got to make sense for you. It's overcomplicated. It's just going to confuse you at some point. And you don't want to be, I would say, like too smart. Like that's what's going to get you in trouble too. Like you don't want to get to where like the market has to do this because this happened or that happened. Like when you try to get over analytic and you basically and not necessarily recover from losses, but you just want to make sure you take no losses. When you get to that point and you're trying to tweak everything with your system or strategy, that's when you're going to start seeing even more losses, because you're tweaking, the profitability of letting the odds just simply play out. So it's definitely key, like you said. The process is going to be key, and then just take your time. Take your time. Keep it simple. Trading is not going nowhere, so you don't have to get better or know that you can do X, Y, and Z just from this one single trade. It's going to be a outcome of trades for months and years. You know what I mean, to really determine outcomes. But you got to stay consistent. That's the main thing. So Cammy Shop said I closed too early or enter late. Yeah, I used to do that too. You ain't alone. I used to do that too. Definitely closing too late or enter late actually would be my thing. But one thing you can do too that helped me, Ray had actually showed me this too. He said to start putting your timestamp on when you were about to take the trade, opposed to where you end up taking it. Like if you're the type of person that's getting in late, and just start timing that difference. When you start timing that difference of when you were already ready to take the trade to when you actually physically place the trade, let's say it's like 10 minutes, so you're already getting in late to the move or something like that. Now you can kind of gauge, okay, I'm seeing the setup, but I'm seeing it like 15 minutes late. So, when you get to that point, it's like, okay, how can I cut back at least another additional 5 minutes, another 5 minutes, so that I can see it early and then I can execute early? Because just because you see it early doesn't mean like you mentally you're going to be able to click that button, because it may still be fear there of taking a loss. It may be, just because you haven't practiced the setup enough. So, like I said, even doing stuff like FX replay, that helps to build confidence. So because you've seen it so many times that when it comes up, you just pull the trigger. So I got you today, yeah. I mean, it happens though. I mean, we ain't perfect. But the best thing you can do is just, trade your system as best as you possibly can. But I guarantee if you start putting timestamps on how late you're showing up to the market, opposed to when you're actually or when the entry is actually there or present, you'll see, okay, man, I'm leaving a lot on the table. I'm getting in way too late, and I'm gonna try to cut back. And once you got that timestamp, now you can start figuring out ways to cut back so that doesn't continue to happen. Because it's not necessarily like your system either, because they've proven that they've already proven that like random entry strategies also work. Like computerized random entry strategies, only simply because of the fact that it's consistent. Like it's an algo. Like it's someone taking the same trade the same way again and again and again and again and again. Same risk. Everything doesn't change. When it's systemized like that, you can still come out a winner, even taking a random entry in the market. So when you understand that, you understand, okay, well, it's more so just about me not wanting to place this trade because I just took a loss. I just took a huge winning streak, so now I just leverage more on this trade. Or, all those psychological things. It's really just your psychology. Once you get the system, it's just about how well can you execute your system through wins, through losses, and just continue to trade. Doc said, hey fam, what do you mean by putting a timestamp, like keeping track of that time yourself? Yeah, yep. So I mean by, you can mark it on your chart too. So like if you're on the chart and let's say you already seen your entry signal, you can just mark up that time, like, put a line at that time, like, okay, maybe I was looking for a sale and I seen price action do this, and this was at 8:11, but I wasn't, let's say I was too scared or I didn't want to enter into the market, or I took my entry, let's say it was at 8:45, but market has already moved 100 ticks in my direction, you know what I mean? So I got into late. So between that, when I seen the entry at 8:10 to 8:30, how can I have improved on, taking a more of a better entry so that I wasn't late to the party? And then I'm just saying you'll start to see patterns like it's usually that same amount of time or generally around that same amount of time. So if you do, let's say the next 10 trades and say, okay, I was 30 minutes off, I was 40 minutes off, I was an hour off, I was 20 minutes off, you'll get like an average between how late you usually are, and you can kind of start working on fixing that. Because the main thing is, like I said, cutting out the mistakes you make. It's not really your system, it's just cutting out the mistakes that you make, and like hopping in late and stuff like that. So Eduardo said people that take huge losses have no discipline. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say no discipline, because you could be disciplined for a good amount of time and then you just hit a rough patch to where you just make a mistake. Same way, people will be on a diet for 6 months and they go on vacation and they go a little crazy and start drinking, start eating all the stuff on vacation. Like, ain't nothing wrong with that though, but we're human. And we shall say, yeah, it's called news/board. Yeah. Definitely a lot of volatility coming in off of these, news releases here. So just watching this, guys, we did test into that volume imbalance, showing some order consumption. Not convinced just yet on these shorts. Being patient. So Anasmel, I think that's how you say it, said going for a long. No, I'm actually looking for sales. So I'm waiting to see how price is going to react here off of this high. We test into this volume imbalance that was on the M15 here to the left. So I'm just waiting to see if we shift. Just being patient at this level. Even if we continue higher, that's cool. But I really want to see a shift. I don't want to sell gold just yet, just based off that higher time frame. What's going on, Jordan? Same name. Ivan, what's up? All right, so we still see buyers in right now. So we still need to wait patiently, guys. We may still run out our London lunch liquidity, which it looks like we will. That we didn't take during the New York session, so we got that above us. We also have the London's high above us, where price action did not run out either during the New York session. So we got a couple POIs built up above us from that drop that price action may be seeking first before we end up seeing shorts here. Yeah, guys, buyers is definitely still staying strong right now. I agree. But with them remaining strong, I can see it could be potentially manipulation to take out some of the highs, or again, like it could be price action just wanted to continue higher. Andre said RSI is high. Yeah, I don't really trade the art with use the RSI. I used to use it to look at like divergence. Had like a POI I was looking to trade, or I use like the commodity commodity channel index, I believe it was. I used to use, but besides that, that's like the only indicators I use. Now I just use the London lunch liquidity indicator that we have, and the TGFX previous days highs and lows. That's like literally all I need right now. But I definitely was using the RSI, MACD at some point, so I was definitely using a few. Yeah, appreciate you guys liking the live. Thank you. Yeah, definitely make sure you guys share it for me. Like I said, I'll be on with you guys Monday night through Thursday night trading live. So I'm excited for it. Grow this community out. Have you guys hopping on. Make some money this summer. All right, starting to get a little bit of a breakdown. Nothing crazy just yet. Still looking pretty bullish at the moment. Just watching this H1 here. Did I say H1? I mean M1. All right, seeing a little bit of some stabs down here. This is why we wait patiently. Want to get those confirmations here. So after we ran out that low, basically back at that RTI here. So let's watch and see. We reject or see buy side continue. Andre said, what was your biggest trade? My biggest trade. I think my biggest trade was like 2,400. And that was when I got my 10K payout in 2023. That's like one of my bigger trades, like of one single trade. But I usually, like I said, I'm aiming for base hits. So like now, my trading has changed a lot since 2023. So I had a lot of big swings in my P&L because I was going for bigger trades like that. So I was doing mostly like 2,000. Well, actually, I think on that account, I think my biggest trade was almost like 4,200. Yeah, I think my biggest trade was like 4,200. But yeah, it was typically like 2,400 to 4,200 range, trying to make like 5K a trade. Um, but of course, that goes back and forth with the P&L. But now it's more so just base hit. So like my biggest trade to recent has been like 1,200, 1,400. But I'm trading, my own personal capital, and then trading with Top One. My biggest trade was only like $600 because I got to keep it tight because I'm trying to, maintain the 20% consistency rule. Appreciate the follow, Elliot. So yeah, guys, we just got buyers in right now. So I'm not taking anything yet. Definitely noticing the manipulation to the upside. Seeing a lot of buying pressure. But like I said, we left the buy side liquidity open from New York session, that London lunch. So we just took that out here as well. We got multiple highs to the left. Price action has maintained, which this will be actually London's high here. And then outside of London's high, we also got a buy side inbound or sell side inbounds directly to the left. So a couple different POIs still for us to take. Even from the higher time frame perspective, we'll still technically be bearish though. So I'm still open to seeing a shift at any of these points, but just keep it in mind with this bearish pressure that's in here, or bullish pressure that's in here. Realistically, is gold going to want to shift, or are we going to continue here? So, not taking anything though, just marking this up in case we do start to shift here on the stream. The Cami shop said SL hit. Not me though. Yeah, I haven't taken anything yet. Usually for me, like I'm really patient about my entries. I'm okay with getting in a little bit later based off momentum than trying to, just take it just cause. Grace said, "Are you buying or selling?" So I'm looking for a sell. I'm not in any position, guys. I'm not in any position yet. I'm just putting on my marker on my screen just so I can be ready in case we do start to shift. But I'm not taking anything. Not taking nothing. Scurb said we need more upside before looking for shorts. Yeah, I agree. We may see price action continue to impulse up. With that move down, we definitely may see price action just want to have a steeper take profit event. I can see that. Mazda, what's going on? So Andre said, "Does break a structure fair value gap work on gold or not?" Yeah, so that's typically what I trade. So like for my entry signals, what I'm looking for is a break. Well, I use break of structure, but I also use short-term low, short-term high breaks. So short-term low would be a bearish bullish rejection. A short-term high would be a bullish bearish rejection, the high point. So I look for runs of that low or a break of structure. And then I also look for a sell side imbalance in this case to be printed, retested, and respected for me to go short. So Yep, I use those same principles on gold. The only thing I would say on gold that I use in particular is I just wait for more momentum to kick in. So I may take like a bigger, um, get a bigger stop loss, opposed to just taking like the perfect entry model where we get a run of low, sell side imbalance print or fair value gap, price retested. I'll take the entry there. I see that get stopped out more often, so you may have to take multiple trades. And I really only like to take one trade, honestly. I will take two in a session, but I really only try to take just one. So I'm more so just waiting on that when I actually get that move. Justin said, I would join missing 300 for XFA, please, or FXA phase. Have to wait for tomorrow, though. Okay, got you. Yeah, I'm not in anything right now, like I said. But yeah, I mean, this week is gonna be interesting. We got a lot of news things coming up, so the volatility is gonna be there, and that's what's most important, though. But we do got some sell side coming in here. Just a little bit. Like I said, Paul wouldn't be quiet this morning. Man, I said the same thing. Yeah, leave it to Paul to make the market even worse. Slime, what's up? Right, Andre. What's going on, Jay? All right, guys. So, like I said, we started to shift, run some lows. Still not taking nothing though. We got a nice sell sign balance that printed here too. So now we wait, see if price action is gonna follow through with these shorts, or is this just to take profit of it? Just to trade right back to the upside. Andre said NQ dropping, so gold might push up. As said, I'm in longs up 600. You in longs on NQ or on gold? But yeah, I seen let me see NQ here. Check it out real quick. Oh yeah, NQ is pulling back too. Yep. Yeah, you ain't wrong. NQ definitely is pulling back. Let me see. Oh, Ransom said in gold. Okay, nice. He said how long you been longs? Took it off the imbalance. NYC said what's the stock? So this is gold futures. Yeah, no, that's what's up. Ransom, good shot. Yeah, still nothing yet, guys. I'm just waiting to see now that we took out London lunch liquidity, seeing if we start to see more sellers come in. So, like I said, this will be like kind of where we're sitting at now, like a perfect entry model because we ran out the lows. We got that bearish quasi form. We had a sell side imbalance, price retesting into like another imbalance range here. And this would be, like the perfect entry. But this is typically where I don't take entries from anymore because we'll just blow past this. We'll create another transition like this on the M1, blow past it. So for me, when I'm seeing price retest into these areas, I'm watching for follow through. That'll save you a lot of unnecessary losses on gold, just waiting for follow through. Like I said, you may have to go bigger stops because you're waiting on momentum to show you that it's there. But for me, I think it's definitely worth it, especially with the volatility we got right now with gold. So Trader G. Let's see. Sorry, I'm trying to read all these comments. So Trader G said, how many payouts have you gotten? So in total, I've gotten 8 payouts since I started getting payouts in 2023. But like I said, this year I've been focusing mainly on my own personal account. So I've been mostly getting withdrawals from there. And then I got a $2,500 one like 3 weeks ago with Top One. But yeah, main focus has been my own personal capital. And then, if I got something extra, I'll trade with a firm, but it's not my main focus because it's, the rules are just so limiting. Trader G said, pass what? Teach me, please, bro. Yeah, just send me a DM. I got you. Andre said, what is your profession? So I've worked a lot of different jobs. My main profession, though, I was working as a computer aided engineer, using CAD, doing CAD design. So basically working as an design engineer. But I was like very early in my role, so wasn't technically a design engineer just yet, but yeah. So I used to help design like hospital beds and stuff like that. I used to work in the R&D department, so I did all like the measurements and stuff like that, and had it on like a trying to think for people that don't know exactly what I'm talking about, what I mean, but basically like a blueprint with the design, with the size of the holes, the design of the distance between each holes, parameters, all that good stuff. So I did that for machines, I did that for hospital beds, but I did that majority of the time. Yeah, for sure. I appreciate the follow. So somebody said Japan loans are good. I think I'm gonna go ahead and take that entry now, guys. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and take sales now on gold, guys. It's gonna be with a 50 pip stop loss or 50 ticks. So stop loss is gonna be at 3344.5. Hold on, guys. I'll check the chat in just a minute. So on the future side, Forex side, stop loss is going to be at 3,331.31. Take profit at 3,321.15. Post this in the Discord. Bro said run that bag up. Appreciate you, bro. What up, Justin? Yeah, so hold on, guys. I'll type it in the chat in just a second. Make sure you guys are in the Discord too, because if you're in the Discord, I post a screenshot of the trade so you guys know stop loss, take profit. So take profit on that future side is at 3,000. Let me make sure I got this right. 3,334.5. Send me a DM, Trader G, and I'll send you the link to the Discord. So yeah, guys, we'll see if we end up holding here, or see if sellers just maintain. Coda said, what's SL? So SL on that Forex side is at 3,331.31. On the future side is at 3,344.5. Excuse me. So yeah, guys, we'll see if this ends up playing out. Like I said, if we get continuation, I'm definitely going to leave a runner though tonight. It's just depending on what Go wants to do. I like the run of buy side liquidity here from London lunch that we had left open. I like the impulse that we got to the upside, but like I said, with gold, especially on that buy side, when those buys get triggered, a lot of times, gold is just not ready to sell off. It's a lot harder, even if the price action is there. For sales, it just, once those buyers start jumping back in the market, you just see gold start to soar again. So we never know if once we're coming off a sell move on the higher time frame, if that's going to be continuation or if that's just to retest the POI just for us to head back bullish. So Andre said, why the big green? I'm not sure what you mean. The green is my take profit area for these sales. Basically sitting on top of New York's high right now, so I want to see price action trade back through it. big green candle on gold. I mean, I only got black candles right here. If you're looking up here, this is my trading view chart. Blue and white. So you talking about this blue candle here? Okay, so what about the blue candle? That's a bullish candle? Is that what you're asking? Oh, random shoot up. Yeah, okay. Yeah, Cammy Shop said, I like that color scheme, the red and green messenger head. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I switched mine to blue and white too. I mean, I'm from Detroit area, so, or closer to Detroit area, so I'm in Michigan, basically 2 hours from Detroit. So we got to support the Lions. Appreciate the follow, Aaron. But yeah, that's why I got the blue and white on my trading view. On my other charts, I just go all black. So then that way I'm not focused on, the fluctuation of the candles. I'm just looking at the how they build out, how they close. I'm not focused on, direction. I'm not focused on green, red. It's definitely something that can help with your psychology too. Christian said, I have 5 minis on GC right now. Christian, you in buys or you in sales? It looked like we got some buyers stepping right back in. He said, why short, brother? I'm in longs. I shorted because the higher time frame. So my analysis is always based off of the H8 daily time frame, and then I'm looking for a continuation of it. So since we're still bearish on the H8, that's why I look for shorts tonight after our run of buy side liquidity. But yeah, like I said, usually for me, once we're getting a transition on the higher time frame, I may take a loss or two within that transitional period. But once the H8 shifts back bullish or the daily, then I'm back in unison and just flowing with it. So I don't mind taking those losses. I like to flow with the higher time frames until price shows me otherwise. So that sometimes comes with a couple losses. I mean, it's part of it. Everybody's system is going to have its flaws. So that may be for you. Like for me, it's reversals. When we're reversing on the higher time frames, I catch more losses just in that range. But when I'm trading with order flow, that's when I'm catching more wins. Whereas some people are continuously looking for the reversal and they continue to get stopped out. So Andre said, not looking good for me, Chad. P, we say, yeah, I checked the higher time frame also. I was thinking we were going to tap into that hourly bearish fair value gap. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I mean, this may not be the shift to head south, or it could be, you know what I mean? I like the fact that we ran London lunch here. I got all my confluences met, but we just got those buyers that's still here. So definitely, I see both points of views. So Christian said, "Oh, you just got stopped out. You got stopped out of buy. Oh, you must have been trailing your buy right there." Andre said, "I need a big Diddy candle down." Oh man. No, I hope we drop like that, but right now, I mean, them buyers, man, they're holding up gold right now. So, like I said, it's always harder to fade gold to the downside, even if the higher time frame is currently bearish. Because, like I said, when them buyers get strong on gold, it's nothing you can do. Yeah, people say, yeah, bro, you just never know. It's all part of the game. Yeah, for sure. like I said, that's why I don't say it's been a couple people that are looking at longs, and I agree. Like I said, I can see why intraday you'll be looking at longs, but for me, I just trade from a higher time frame perspective. So I already know personally I got to be okay with taking losses during reversals if I'm going to be trading off of H8 time frame. Cammy Shop said a Drake candle. Said I was on fire yesterday, but got cooked today. Yeah, we caught a really nice buy last night on the stream, and yeah, today during New York, I was looking for sales, but then buyers stepped in. So we'll see if this sale, cover my loss from New York and potentially make us some more money. But I'm pretty much break even for the week. So Trader G said, "What is the max amount of micros you can use right now on a funded?" So with the top one account, you can use 5 minis, 50 micros on a 50K. Andre said, "I need a Drake and Diddy collab candle down." Well, yeah, we got one right now. We back sitting in profit. We'll see if we continue though. It's kind of back and forth, guys. But yeah, I'll be on here for about 5 more minutes, then we'll hop off. But like I said, I'll be responding back to anyone's DMs that need the Discord link because I post everything in there. Like as far as the trades from Asia, I post to take profit, stop loss with the screenshot so you guys know. And then if I'm going for extended targets, I'll post that in there too. Tyler said, "My fault, I stepped away. Your bias is more towards long or shorts for the night?" I'm looking for shorts for the night. Yep. All based off that higher time frame though. All based off that H8 is what I'm playing off of. So if you see left side of my screen, we had that impulse, of course, that we already know took us down. Had a sell side imbalance print here as well. We tested into the sell side imbalance print, ran out the London lunch liquidity just sitting above New York's previous high, and we got that transition. So on the M1 time frame, we have the bearish quasi, got the left head, right shoulder, sell side imbalance print. We retested, got followed through, so that's why I took that entry here. So we shall see. But it's definitely looking like, back and forth right now. Still maintaining above that New York's high. So I want to see a nice closure back through that if we're going to actually hold. Andre said, "How long is this trade going to take, you think?" I mean, usually my trades, they could last up to 2 hours. I'm more of a swing intraday trader, so I have trades that'll hit within 10 minutes. I have trades that'll take like an hour. I have trades that take 2 hours. And then, like I said, I usually leave a runner. So like my runners, I'll leave throughout the night. So I may not close out my full position until like New York tomorrow. So I usually have bigger trades like that. So Trader G says, so on a funded account, funded top step account live you're on right now, you can use 50 micro. So I'm on top one funded account right now, and I can use 50 micros, 5 minis. Yes, sir. Pee Wee said, I got my first payout today on Top Step. It was 2K, but more to come. Oh, that's what's up, bro. Congrats, man. Keep going. Keep going. That's what I like to see. But yeah, guys, so again, just a quick breakdown again while I look to take that gold setup. So just based off that higher time frame, push to the downside. We broke through multiple levels of demand. We had a sell side imbalance print here. We came back, retested. We have our 1 hour Asia open liquidity from the buy side that we snatched here. So we took this liquidity at, well, really just not too long ago. We snatched that liquidity there. We had the 1 minute transition here to the downside. So ran on multiple lows. We created sell side imbalance, came back, retested, showed follow through. So we took that entry, stops above the high. So again, we'll see if it holds. Make sure you guys are in the Discord. I'll post if we, hit take profit or if I take another trade tonight. But more than likely, if it does just continue to push higher, I'll probably sit on my hands to New York. But if it does hit take profit, I'll also put in those extended targets in the group chat. So yeah, I appreciate everybody for joining tonight. Had a good session talking to you guys. And yeah, we'll return tomorrow